And for more on what to expect from this storm, let's bring in Global's chief meteorologist, Anthony Farnell. He joins us now from Louisbourg on Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia, essentially the edge of the Atlantic. So, Anthony, what's it like where you are right now?
Well, we may not get the center of the storm passing directly overhead, but what's going to happen tonight are likely some of the worst winds, waves, and surge that Fiona has to offer. And that really has residents around here in Cape Breton quite concerned this time around versus some of the prior hurricanes like Dorian, like Juan, that maybe spared this region a little bit more than others. So the winds have been picking up. We're getting these outer bands that are now moving in. Each time it rains again, the winds are a little bit stronger, and really the worst of it's going to be after midnight tonight through the morning hours tomorrow. That surge coinciding with high tide in the morning, that's a big concern, 1 to maybe 2 meters. And then the waves, incredible waves of 10 to as much as 15 meters just off the coast, causing erosion and possibly some damage and washed out roads as well. The wind, 150, 160 kilometers per hour in gusts. And this is going to extend, maybe not to that level, but 100 plus kilometer per hour winds for much of the province, including Halifax, into New Brunswick as well. So it's a massive, massive storm and a record breaker as far as intensity goes. Jeff?
Wow, some tense hours ahead. And what can you tell us, Anthony, about exactly where Fiona is headed and the punch that she's expected to pack?
Well, it's hard to believe that just last night, that's when the hurricane was making its closest approach to Bermuda. And now later tonight, it'll be directly overhead here. So once it arrives, it's slowing down. So those hurricane force gusts are going to be around for 6 to 12 hours for Cape Breton and for parts of the mainland. Same thing with PEI, which is going to feel it, especially those North Shore beaches are going to just take a beating. And then it moves into the Gulf of St. Lawrence, Ile de la Madeleine, the western part of Newfoundland feeling the hurricane as well. Weakening as it does so, it gets away from the warm waters, it loses that energy source, but this is going to be a long weekend for residents around here. Jeff?
All right, Global News meteorologist Anthony Farnell in Louisbourg, Nova Scotia. Stay safe. Thanks, Anthony.